Alright, it's the last weekend in March. We're going to take a look at the orchard. We've had some warm weather and wet weather alternating this week, so we have a lot of bud activity. So let's take a look. First at our pear here, we can see a lot of stuff happening up there. A lot of the buds are opening up. And so we can see them here a little closer. There they are, starting to open up and have that big cluster. And then the clusters on, I guess we'll go over here and see them up higher where they can get a little better morning sun. They're starting to open up, and you can see the individual little, the round ones are the thin ones are the leaves, and the round ones are going to be the flower buds. So see it here a little bit too. There they are. So they're starting to open up, pop out there. So won't be long before those little leaf buds will uncurl and they'll have some leaves. And then with our cherry, we have some lots of activity there with the buds. They're starting to swell up a bit. Starting to see the green part there. Let's get back here where the sun's at our back so we can see. So right here, we can see lots of those little guys. So they went from being a little red thing, scale separating, to where the buds starting to open up. Starting to open up all over the place. And then we can see this part that has a little, right here, you can see the leaf part starting to come out there too. So we're going to get leaves. There we go. See a nice one there. So we get some leaves and lots of cherry blossoms before too long. So really excited there. Once again, all those little flowers will have the potential to become cherries. So lots and lots of cherries. So that is pretty cool, pretty exciting. And probably be in the next couple weeks this cherry tree will be in bloom. Our apple tree, not much activity. Still, we have one that's starting to open up here, but for the most part, they're staying tight. Starting to see a little bit of just the leaf part popping open, but not too much. It's one of the last to bloom, so it's still just kind of chilling. And then with our peach tree, I know it's hard to see some of this at this time of the morning, but we'll come around here and we can get a better look. And so we can see here, there's a nice shoot where we have our leaves popping out there at the end, the leaf shoot there, and then the flower buds at the tips there. And we can see them up here against the blue sky a little easier. So there's the gray flame part. So this is where I cut it, prune it back. This is going to be the new dominant bud. It's going to go shoot up, and those are going to be our flowers. So there's one in the middle where you can see flower in the middle, two buds on each side. That's pretty much how they all are. Boom, 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 boom. Those leaf bud and two flowers, leaf bud and two flowers. And so that is starting to hit. So we're starting to see some of the activity where we can start to see the pink come in. I thought I saw it somewhere, but maybe not. Oh, a little bit here. There we go. Here we go. We can start to see a little bit of the pink show through right there. And that's kind of how it goes. It goes from just swelling up the tip, be there, and it'll pop open. So we're at the pink, some of them are at the pink bud stage there, or pink popcorn or something like that. I can't remember what they call it, but just starting to show those tips, and so it won't be long before they are blooming as well. Our other pear is looking good. It's kind of in the same thing there, same stage, where you can clearly see the separation. You can see there's the leaf buds there, the long skinny blades, and then the little fat guys are the flower buds, which will hopefully become fruit buds. So that is exciting there, and you can see that they're all over. And then those big clusters are the main clusters. That's where the fruit's going to be, and also they have leaves, but that's the main thing, because you can see that the other ones are starting to come about here. Let's come back over here so we can once again get the light at our back. And you can see them starting to come up. They look almost like a little, like a little nail, like a cat's claw or something like that. That's how they start to look. They just have that little sharp protuberance, and then they start to unfurl and they'll become leaves. And so that is what they are there. So those are our leafy ones, and so our flowers come out first and then our leaves. And so that's kind of usually how it does for almost all of them. So there's buds back there. There's buds all over the place starting to open up. And then with our apricot, we still have all of our clusters. You can see one up there and over there. All those flowers in bloom could all become fruit. And I was noticing it's really nice because a lot of the flowers are over here, which is where we want them to be. There's still a few up there, but not too many. Most of them will be there, which is where we want the fruit to be, where we can easily get it, because this is where the ground is nice and we can get to it. It's over the grass, so we can put a ladder and get up there if we have to and stuff like that. So, and we also have a lot of activity on the leaf front. So if we can see here, all these green leaves starting to pop out there. Over here, see there's no fruit on here, but it's just lots of leaves. So that's good. Obviously the plant needs, we want fruit, but it needs lots of leaves too to make the photosynthesis so that it can produce the sugar there. So yeah, we've got the leaf buds there all over the place, and so we can see it over here, 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 and see excuse me, some of our flowers are in so here once again we'll do the review. So it comes out where it's just like that, or just starting to show, and it opens up, opens up, opens up, opens up more, and then it goes into where it's starting to bloom, and right there it's boom, full bloom. And then you have some that are here past bloom, so you can see where the petals start to fall off, and that's where that one is. And so it's kind of interesting to see how all the different buds are. And here we've got some gnarly goo coming out of the plant for probably some little damage it was trying to heal. And there's our leaf buds. So lots and lots of activity here at the apricot. And it's once again, it's the first to bloom, and sometimes unfortunately because it blooms so early, a lot of times the frost kills the bloom, so we don't get any fruit. But we'll see how it goes this year, but we can step back for a better overview. But there she is. So apricots still blooming, full bloom there. The pears are starting to open up their buds. The peaches are just thinking about that. Apples still not much, and the cherries starting to swell up and split open and get pretty good. So it won't be long before this is going to look a completely different landscape here. In 2 weeks we'll see the blossoms on the cherries and probably the peaches and the pears and stuff. So it's going to be totally different. And then a month from now, you won't even recognize the shape of the trees because the leaves will be out everywhere, and you won't be able to see the branches anymore. You'll just see tons of leaves. So it's just going to look so much different. But anyway, this is probably my favorite part of the year, time of the year, when all the things start to pop out and change, and looking forward to the dramatic transformation that we'll have in a few weeks. So thanks for watching. See you next time.